Hello, my name is Candace Cleary, and I would like to welcome you to the annual Winter Piano Recital. I'm particularly proud of this group of students for the challenges that they have overcome to participate in our program. These students inspire me every day and make me smile, and I hope that you'll have as much pleasure in viewing the program as we have had in preparing it. Another new face to the studio is Maya. Maya is a creative storyteller, and she has great willingness to polish the details in her music. One of the details Maya is focused on at the moment is allowing time for rests between the notes. And you'll see that she counts those rests ever so carefully today.
Hello, my name is Maya Wheeler, and I will play Movie Time for you today. See you next time!
Now I'd like to introduce you to another recent addition to the studio, Claire. She started lessons with me actually just a few weeks ago, but she does have previous piano experience. You'll hear that in Claire's piece, Baby Owl, she's required to use the sustain pedal on the keyboard, which creates a full resonant sound.
Hi everyone, my name is Claire, and today I'll be playing you Baby Owl. I hope you enjoy it.
Ava Rose will now perform a piece called German Dance. This piece was written in 3/4 time, meaning that we count in groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When first learning this time signature, students often have a tendency to add a pause in between each count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, effectively creating a count of 4. Listening to how seamlessly Ava Rose moves from measure to measure, you wouldn't even know that it could be hard.
My name's Ava Rose, and I'm going to be playing German folk song.
I will play a piece by one of my favorite modern composers, Christine Donkin. Here the performer is challenged to create the atmosphere of a monster truck show, complete with rumbling tires, revving engines, and blaring horns. Aurora is a recent addition to the studio, and today she'll play an aria by one of Bach's sons, Johann Christoph. At the time this piece was written, the modern piano had not yet been developed, so this music was intended for early keyboard instruments like the harpsichord. Those instruments had limitations in sound production, that made it impossible to sound smooth at slower speeds. So Aurora's project here is to create a detached, sparse texture that imitates the sound quality of the harpsichord.
Hi, my name is Aurora and I'm going to be playing Aria by Johann Christian Bach.
Sean's solo this season is a jazz piece by Christopher Norton. One characteristic of jazz rhythm that can be a little tricky for pianists is what we call swing eighths. That means when we have a pair of eighth notes, instead of playing them evenly, the first one is about twice as long as the second. You'll see that Sean has mastered this technique, creating a groovy vibe. Also, look for a bonus track from Sean during the credits.
Hi, I'm Sean, and this is Ready for Action.
Elaine's selection is a saraband by the composer Handel. The saraband is a slow dance form that was considered scandalous at some points in history. In fact, it was banned in Spain for a time, and people thought that it had the power to excite very bad emotions in decent people. Listening to Elaine's playing today, though, only leaves me with very pleasant emotions. I'd like to give special acknowledgement to Elaine today. Since our last recital, she sat for both the grade 5 piano exam and the grade 5 theory exam and passed them both.
My name is Elaine Jung, and I'll be playing Saraband in D minor by George Frederick Handel.
play Allegro by Handel. This selection is quite an intellectual challenge because it's written in contrapuntal style, meaning that there are two equally important melodies happening at the same time. It's the ultimate exercise in multitasking. It's like you're participating in two different conversations simultaneously. For my piece, I've decided to share a concert etude by the Russian composer Kapustin. Kapustin composed in the jazz style, but jazz is traditionally improvised, and Kapustin had no interest in improvisation. He wrote down every detail in the score in the classical style, and he also composed in classical forms, so his music is sometimes considered a fusion of jazz and classical. The form of this piece is an etude or a study, which helps the player to develop or study a technical skill, in this case the rapid repeated note. It's like when you're typing on a keyboard. If you're moving between different keys or letters, it's not so hard to keep your speed up. But if you repeat one letter, you tend to slow down and get tense. So this piece helps me to develop the technique of keeping up my speed through those repeated notes. so much for attending our annual winter piano recital. We hope that you'll come back for the recital in June. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy.
Hi, I'm Sean, and this is In the Hall of the Mountain King.